This is Griffin Kemp with ESPN Las Vegas. We are joined today by 10-year UFC veteran with 23 professional wins, 11 knockouts, the current 11th ranked UFC lightweight in the world. He will be fighting this Saturday at UFC 305 in his home country of Australia. Dan, the Hangman Hooker. Dan, how you doing today?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad at all.
Awesome, man. Awesome. Just to get started, so UFC fans haven't seen you. It's been a minute now since, I believe, July of 2023. Last time we saw you was at UFC 290 when you had one of the best performances of the year, arguably, when you got the split decision victory over Jalen Turner. Obviously, you had the injury where you broke your arm in the first round of that fight, and you were still able to somehow pull out the win. How have you been feeling since then, and how's the injury been coming along?
Oh, yeah. Well, I pretty much fully healed it, rebooked another fight with the Bobby Green fight, and then it was rebroke it. So I have got pretty much a full training camp in during that time, and just spent a lot of time working. You can't stop training every time you get hurt or sick or anything like that. You just learn to work around it. So a lot of jabbing, my friend, a lot of jiu-jitsu, my friend, and we're back to 100%.
I love to hear it. Obviously, you are one of the fan favorites of the UFC, the Hangman. Everybody knows you. Everybody loves you. Talking about that injury you received, and then obviously you got injured again after the Jalen Turner fight with that same broken arm. How do you mentally recover from that when it comes to just having trust in your body and trusting when you get back into training and even back into the octagon? How do you kind of reassure yourself that, you know, the body's going to hold up and you're not going to have any type of slip up or re-injury?
Oh man, I've been fighting professionally since I was 19 years old. I'm 34 now, and I've been pretty good. Touch wood. I need to find some wood. Touch wood. I've been pretty good. To think that you're going to be a professional cage fighter for 15 years and not have any kind of bumps and bruises and injuries and surgeries, like that's not my first time under the knife, and I can take it to the bank that that's not my last time under the knife. Like it's just part and parcel of the sport. So when when you play with fire for a living and you get burnt, I'm not going to sit home and cry about it. Like you just get it fixed and get back out there. So it's more of like just like a pragmatic way of looking at things as opposed to getting too down on myself. It's part and parcel of being a cage fighter.
Got you. We got you. We are again joined by Dan Hooker here on ESPN Las Vegas. Be sure to catch the pay-per-view on Saturday for UFC 305. So before you broke your arm in training following the Jalen Turner fight, you were originally there were plans in place for you to fight King Green, formerly Bobby Green, at a UFC fight night. But now, since the injury, obviously we saw King Green go in and he got to fight Paddy Pimblett. And now you are here set up to fight the fifth ranked lightweight in the UFC with a lot of implications on the line. Do you kind of feel like you're in a better spot now than you were originally before the injury?
Like 1,000%. Like the Bobby Green one would have been for money and for fun. But in terms of climbing the rankings and putting yourself in the title picture, it's not a fight that would have done it. That's just a fight that got me up, got me excited, and would have got me back to work. But this fight is a fight that puts you back in the mix. You know, this division's in a funny place at the moment. Arman's booked for the title. He's the next in line to fight Islam for the belt. And then besides that, the next guy on a win streak is Gamrot in the top 5. So you take his position, you put yourself as the next guy in line on a win streak in that top 5.
Right. Of course. And of course, Mateusz Gamrot, he's coming in, as you said, he is the number 5th ranked lightweight in the UFC lightweight division. He has a record of 24 wins, 2 losses, 1 no contest. He's definitely a force right now, I believe, in this division. You said beforehand leading up to this fight that one thing you're really looking for is to take away that fifth ranked ranking. He's come out and he said that he's looking to push the envelope and push himself into a position to fight for the interim title against Arman Tsarukyan once he does return from his suspension. Do you believe that if you were to beat, if you were to get the win on Saturday night, do you see yourself being in that similar position where you and possibly Arman Tsarukyan are fighting for the interim title?
Oh, mate, I'll take whatever fight that gets me the most money, brother. I get pay-per-view points for an interim title. I get pay-per-view points for a real title. I get pay-per-view points for a BMF title, and you'd get a shit ton of money for fighting Conor McGregor. So either one of those options, I leave with a pocket full of cash, and so you will see me put the gloves on and swing.
That's why we love Dan the Hangman Hooker. He is just a fighter's fighter. Speaking of Gamrot, Gamrot obviously has a very heavy wrestling background. And of course, throughout your career, you faced some of the best wrestlers in the world of MMA. Do you see anything different in Gamrot's style that you've prepped for in training camp that he kind of differentiates from previous wrestlers you faced, or has it kind of been just the same preparation?
Yeah, like the only time I've ever been like out grappled was the Islam Makhachev fight, and that was our country was in COVID lockdown, and I got stuck in Las Vegas for the last few weeks of training, and kind of just put a training camp together out of thin air, really. So it was like a funny position. But in terms of, besides that, no one has been able to really hold me on the ground and out grapple me. So I'm excited to get out there and just show my true skill set when I'm surrounded by my coaches and by my team. And yeah, when I've prepared properly, that's when you can truly showcase your skills. Your sound's gone.
All right. Is that any better, Dan?
Yeah, he's back, baby. He's back.
There we go. Thank you for
So
your
we're gonna have
patience.
to start. We're gonna have to start doing the interview in sign language, brother.
No, bro, it's all good. We got nice technology here. We can do a little editing here. We're all good. So the next question I have for you. So, kind of final question on your opponent. So, obviously, like we said, there's a lot of implications here on the line for both of you guys. There's a lot of opportunity going forward. At this point in your career, how important? You were just saying, whatever gets you the money, whatever gets you the pay-per-view points. But I know you also are a fighter who knows his skill set and knows just kind of the level of fighter you are. How important is it at this stage of your career to be getting opportunities to fight for the belt and to ultimately be a UFC champion?
Yeah, like that's just through experience. That's like the aspect of the sport which I like the least is like the timing. But you follow the elite level of the division for long enough and the champions of the division for long enough, you realize that all the guys holding the belt have great timing. Like they fight when everything's in their favor. They fight at the right time. They fight. Then the guys like Bobby Green and the guys like Cowboy and stuff like that who just get out there, fight anyone, anytime, and they don't kind of respect that timing that their champions kind of do. They miss out on a lot of opportunities. So it's, yeah, like balancing the two, like holding my instinct back, which is just to fight anyone, anywhere, and then also taking the right time, picking the right fights that move you closer to the belt. So it's like having a combination and being more of cerebral in the matchmaking room, I guess.
Right, of course. So wanted to kind of finish off on this question with you. So we have seen, you got booked onto this card kind of late. We saw your training partner, friend, Israel Adesanya, who will be fighting in the main event Saturday night. He pushed for you to be on this card. You come out and said that it was important for you to be able to fight on this card in your home country. And then obviously we got Israel Adesanya. We have you. We have Kai Kara France. What does it mean to be on this card going down Saturday night, fighting on the same card with your training partners, with guys that you consider really close with, and to just be doing it all while being in front of your home crowd?
Yeah, well, like I've been in the UFC for 10 years. Like I know that all of that stuff fades away. Like what number the guy was, who you were fighting, all of this stuff kind of fades to the back. And when it's all said and done, you're going to remember it for the moments in time. I'm going to remember for this fight week when you're surrounded by all your teammates, when we're there and all our friends are there, all our families there supporting us, and we're just surrounded by our team. Like those are the moments that are going to go down. That you're going to truly remember over time. That's why I wanted to be a part of this card so much, so I didn't miss out on being in this environment and being surrounded by all of these special moments.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I lied to you. I got one last question. It's a short one. You famously have just inked up really hard. You got so many more tattoos. A lot of fans have noticed the amount of tattoos you've been getting.
Pretty hard to miss.
Pretty hard to miss. They're good looking. You got good looking art, man. They're really good pieces. I would just simply want to ask, you have the leg tattoos, obviously. You have the chest piece. You have the back tattoo. Which one of those tattoos hurt the most to get put on?
Oh, I'd say your feet, brother. Your feet and your ankles. I reckon that's right up there. Not many guys have got their feet done.
Really? Oh, I can't. Yeah, the feet is awful. I've had a couple tattoos myself, and the forearm, in my opinion, was the worst. But the amount that you have, they look so good that I personally want to start getting some tattoos in those areas. But they're also like, I don't know if I'm tough enough to take it. But
yeah.
yes, sir.
They're not the most fun, mate. They hurt and they're expensive.
Yeah, but they look sharp. I'll give you that, man. Hey, Dan, thank you again for joining us. Again, this has been Dan, the Hangman Hooker. Make sure to catch him this Saturday fighting at UFC 305 in Australia. Be sure to buy the pay-per-views. Do not miss this card. It is wound up to be one of the best of the year. Dan, thank you again. We appreciate your time.
No trouble. Thank you very much.